It's my recording dance, everybody. We're great.
Hi,
Awesome.
everyone.
Hi. Hi. I've been handed a microphone. I'm not entirely sure how it works, so bear with me. I'm Jessica Knott. I'm one of the members of the OLC Live crew here at OLC Innovate, and I am here with Michelle Pacansky-Brock, one of my personal heroes. So we're going to talk about the Community College Summit. Michelle, introduce yourself.
So I am the chair of the Community College Summit here at OLC Innovate. This is the third annual Community College Summit, and in my day-to-day role, I work for the California Community College California Virtual Campus Online Education Initiative. That's why she didn't want to introduce me.
It's a lot of words.
And I'm a faculty mentor and for digital innovation, but really what I do is I support faculty with professional development to help them learn and grow and become amazing online teachers.
She also supports the rest of the field in that. If you follow her on Twitter at Brokansky, she's very open with her materials and sharing ideas. And one of the things, I come from a Research One institution at Michigan State. One of the things that she is very good at is helping me keep a broader perspective of the role of community college and higher ed and the needs and the differences between those contexts. So I think my big question for you to start us off is, tell me about the Community College Summit and why it's so important that we're having one here at OLC Innovate.
So the Community College Summit is a half-day event, and it's designed to really bring folks together from community colleges and listen to thought leaders, but also have face-to-face conversations and breakout sessions, share best practices that are working on campus and things that aren't working, try to reimagine for the future, and just build connections across our community. And why we need it, I started coming to OLC events 12 years ago, which is crazy to think about. And I wouldn't say I've attended one every year, but I've attended at least one OLC conference most every year. And I'm still part of the community because I love it, and I've learned a lot, and it's a huge part of my own professional development. But what I notice is that I'm typically surrounded mostly by folks from 4 years. And on occasion, I might bump into someone in 1 or 2 sessions that's from a community college, and it's like, oh, you're from a community college. And sometimes what we are hearing doesn't always apply to what we do. And as an open access institutions supporting the needs of what we like to say the top 100% of students, we do have different needs to contend with, as well as policies. And sometimes it is really important for us to find a space to have a conversation. And it's hard. It's hard to be that one community college person in a room full of your peers and raise your hand and say, well, what about this? What about that? And we're also, the other thing I would say is that we're practitioners. I went into teaching at a community college because I made the choice in grad school when I recognized that I'm not a researcher, I'm a teacher. And I fell in love with teaching when I was a graduate assistant. And that's why I intentionally went to pursue a career in community college. And that is a different role than you would find faculty fulfilling in the 4-year institution. So, research is not part of a prerogative, but at the same time, we need to do research on what we're doing to understand how to do things better and understand what's working. So it's kind of a catch-22, but I guess I would say that is why it's so important.
One of the things that community colleges offer, I think, also is that alternative view of what research is and can be. And so everything you do is data-driven. Everything I do is data-driven. And then in different spheres, those are viewed differently. So what do we do with that data? What conversations can we have? Michelle does have to go wrap up a panel at the Community College Summit, so I'm going to keep this brief. But if people wanted to catch up on what happened at the summit or follow your work on humanizing learning, where would they do so?
That's a great question. So we have 2 panels during the summit, and each panel is followed by 3 breakout sessions, and basically participants choose which of those 3 breakout sessions to go to. And each breakout session is anchored by a Google Doc. So if you were to navigate to the OLC Innovate webpage, and I think it's under programs, there's tons of things under there. And way down at the bottom, you'll find Community College Summit. And if you click there, you'll see the agenda and you'll see hot links out to the breakout sessions are all hot linked out to the Google Docs. So you can see some of the notes that were taken during the breakouts and what we're talking about and so forth. And you'll also see the names of the folks who participated. And I want to just give a quick shout out to Sarah Goldrick-Rab, who is doing such important and amazing work around the Real College movement. And if you don't know what that is, do a Twitter search for #RealCollege. She joined us this morning via Zoom from Philadelphia. And I think almost everybody was choked up at some point in her conversation, sharing the research and the findings about the housing and food insecurities that community college students are experiencing. And through her research, she's identified that about 50%, 1 out of every 2 community college student in the nation experiences housing and food insecurity. So keeping that in mind when we teach online and trying to figure out how we can be aware of that and how those insecurities affect our students' abilities to learn and stay on task, and how we can support them through to a successful academic goal is really what she made us think about. So
I love her.
yeah, she's
I
great.
love her. So this is impromptu, but this is OLC Live. You never know what's going to happen, right? So I think that's a really important conversation to have. Let's take it to Twitter. If you're on Twitter, if you're watching this video later, use the hashtag OLC Innovate as well as the hashtag Real College and share some of your thoughts on this. I mean, I call it, it's a problem. It's more than a design problem. It's a social justice issue. How might we think about different ways to approach the food and housing insecurity for community college students, as well as put a spotlight on some of the, practitioner and teaching work that's coming out of this space. So I will put something on Twitter. I'm really just not good live, but hey, Michelle is, and that's what matters. So thank you for joining us with Michelle Pacansky Brock, and see you later.